This program was brought to you by PennyMac TPO. Visit tpo.pennymac.com to learn more about becoming a partner and starting your journey to greatness. With the people, products, and technology to take you there, it's why they say, at PennyMac, greatness lives here.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Mike Savino, and this is delicious cookie baked by our own Christine Stewart. While inflation dipped this month, what it cost to make this cookie did not. That's because the consumer price index was flat in July when compared to June. But with months of inflation growing, even that leveling off is a positive sign. Prices have grown by 8.5% over the last 12 months. That's a half point below June's rate, and it's lower than the 8.7% that analysts were expecting. But inflation remains a problem for consumers, so let's take a look at some of the reasons that it's still a problem. You can see right here, food prices still more than 10% up over the year. Fuel prices 33% higher than they were over that same time. But even when you take those things out, core inflation is still almost 6% above 12 months ago. Why isn't core inflation coming down? Well, there's some important things, including transportation, still 9% up over the year. Medical care services, 5.1%. And right here, you can see housing, 5.7% higher than it was last year. That's actually a slight increase, and experts have said that they expect housing prices to keep rising and putting upward pressure on CPI because that data tends to be 6 to 12 months behind where we are right now. In other news, the country's second largest retail mortgage lender is planning to exit the wholesale lending business.
Working through third-party mortgage brokers makes it more difficult for us to control the customer experience and adds a layer of expense that reduces our profitability.
That news came as loanDepot announced a loss in its earnings for the second straight quarter, this time $223.8 million. That's significantly bigger than the roughly $91 million loss that the company reported in the first quarter. The Q2 loss was driven primarily by decreases in rate lock volume and gain on sale margin, but that was partially offset by a cut in total expenses. So far this year, loanDepot has shed 3,900 jobs, but the cutting is not done. The goal is to get staffing down to 6,500, a little more than half of the 11,300 employees that loanDepot had at the end of 2021. As for the move to get out of wholesale, the company plans to complete that by the fall.
The plan is to fund out the remaining wholesale pipeline, which is approximately $1 billion, and have the entire pipeline wrapped up by the end of October of this year.
loanDepot wasn't the only company to report a loss on Tuesday. Angel Oak Mortgage reported a $52 million loss in the second quarter. Like loanDepot, it's the second straight quarterly loss for Angel Oak Mortgage. The company lost $43.5 million in the first quarter. Company president and CEO Robert Williams said Wednesday that the Q2 loss was because of an uncertain market, with historic inflation causing volatility in nominal interest rates and the widening of the interest rate spreads. Meanwhile, Angel Oak Capital Advisors and a top executive agreed to pay fines and settle an SEC complaint that the firm misled investors. According to investigators, Angel Oak raised $90 million in a first-of-its-kind securitization, so-called fix and flip loans. These are loans made to borrowers for the purpose of purchasing, renovating, and selling residential properties. The deal required Angel Oak to return money to certain investors if delinquencies hit designated thresholds. Well, delinquencies did go up shortly after the close, and Angel Oak end manager Ashish Nagandi diverted money to pay down outstanding loans. An SEC official said that Angel Oak and Nagandi failed to disclose the firm's improper use of funds while continuing to issue larger securitizations, which painted a misleading picture for investors. Angel Oak agreed to pay $1.75 million to settle the complaint. Nagandi will pay $75,000. An Angel Oak spokesperson said that the company does not admit guilt but accepts the settlement and ruling. The Angel Oak affiliate mortgage company has not originated these loans since 2019, and all senior note holders in the securitization receive full payment of principal and interest.
This program was brought to you by PennyMac TPO. Visit tpo.pennymac.com to learn more about becoming a partner and starting your journey to greatness.
For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.